everyone, so today I am going to be washing my Super Hair Pieces topper. So this is my P45 hair topper from Super Hair Pieces and it is human hair. Now, human hair on a topper, it does need washing the same as your own bio hair would do. It doesn't produce the same amount of oils, but it is going to still get dirty and it is still going to need cleaning. Human hair, it's not, it is an investment and I want to take care of it and elongate its life for as long as possible. So I want to use decent products on it. So to start, when you're washing, when you're about to wash, you need to make sure that these pressure sensitive clips are closed. You don't want any hair getting caught up with them while you're washing, so make sure they are secured shut, like so. Then you're going to run some warm water, not hot, not cold. I want to open up the cuticles of the hair to really absorb in the products. But if I was to let go of this base, I'd worry that the hair was all going to get sort of tangled up together, so I want to hold on to it and make sure that the hair isn't getting tangly. So now I'm actually going to apply a little bit of shampoo onto my hand and directly onto the hair. So not only is it in the water, but I'm also going to apply some directly onto the hairpiece as well. I'm just going to apply some of the shampoo directly on to the hair, and then I'm actually going to put some directly onto the lace as well. Okay, so I've done the inside of the base, and again I'm just kind of pull that shampoo in a downward motion through the hair. So what I'm going to do now that it's covered in shampoo, I'm just going to pop it into this soapy water and I'm going to leave it to sort of soak for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've let it soak for 5 minutes, so I'm going to remove the piece out of the water. And then I'm going to refill with just plain warm water so that I can give it a good rinse. Now the final step is going to be putting some conditioner on. So I've got my conditioner. Right, now the conditioner's on, so I'm just going to set it aside for a few minutes, let that work its magic, and then I'll come back and give it a rinse. So I've squeezed the excess water out using my hand really gently, just gentle squeezes all the way down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it in a towel, like so, and I'm just going to roll the towel around like this, and I'm just going to leave this for probably 10 to 15 minutes, just again for the excess water to drain out of the hair. I'm placing it on top of my canvas mannequin head. Now, I've forgotten to bring my pins, but I'm just gonna place my hand on top to hold it on for the time being. What I'm gonna use is just a very fine bristled brush to just gently brush through. I'm gonna start from the ends. So to let it air dry naturally, I'm gonna use a wig stand like this. The wig stand is completely open-aired. There's nothing in the center, meaning the air can circulate like underneath, through and around. One thing I very nearly forgot to do was to add in some like a serum. This is to help sort of smooth the hair, and also will help provide some heat protection as well to it. You don't have to do it on the wig stand, you can just pull the product through and then pop it back on my wig stand, and then I'm going to let it dry out naturally. If you are a bit more impatient and you need it more quickly, then you can use heat to dry it off. So for me, I'm going to pin it onto my canvas head and then I'm going to blow dry it whilst it's secure onto there. Okay, so I've got my hairdryer and I'm going to set her on a medium heat, and I'm going to blow dry the hair in a downward direction to try and smooth the hair out as much as possible, meaning I won't have to necessarily straighten her as much afterwards. she's all clean and all dry and actually really straight as well. So one additional thing that I did want to talk about is the use of glue on lace fronts, or indeed on any type of topper. When you use a glue to secure your topper down, quite often you will be left with a gluey residue on your topper. The best thing for getting glue off of lace is specific products to remove glue from lace. So I have this one, which is a specific for lace wig bond remover, and what I do is I squeeze some of this onto the areas where there's a build-up of glue, and then I'll use a toothbrush to gently sort of get rid of the glue on the lace. Also, it's also a really good idea to wash that glue off often. Don't let it build up for too long a period of time, just because the more glue there is, the more difficult it is to remove. So yeah, there you go. So here she is, all lovely and clean and ready to wear, and this is just how I look after my topper and how I wash it and condition it. Other people might have different methods, and that's okay. This is just my personal style. So what are my top tips for looking after washing a human hair topper? Number one is products. Make sure you've got some good products at your disposal. I always look for shampoos and conditioners that are smoothing and conditioning. This hair is no longer growing out of someone's head, so it doesn't have all those sort of like natural oils that you would expect in your bio hair. Also consider getting some heat protection sort of products as well to limit the damage that you do with any heat tools that you use on it, and maybe something like a serum as well, again to help with that sort of smoothing and moisturising of the hair. My second tip is to hold on to the topper during the washing process. I always hold it at the front, making sure that the hair is going in the same direction for as much of the process as possible. This is to ensure that I am not creating tangles where I don't need to be. If you have more tangles, you're going to have to do more brushing. More brushing puts more pressure and more kind of tension on the fibres and on the base as well. This is a lace base, so it's very delicate, so I don't want to brush it unless I have to, and especially knotty hair. So by keeping all the fibres going in one direction, they are less likely to tangle. My third tip is to do with the water. Change the water at each stage of the shampoo and conditioning process. So I have a fresh bowl of water to wash the hair in, another fresh bowl of water to rinse the shampoo out, and then thirdly I have another fresh bowl of water to rinse the conditioner out. This means that the hair is always in clean water. You're not going to be rinsing it in dirty water that can potentially then like tag back onto the fibres. There's not going to be like a product build up left in it. It's going to be lovely and clean when you finish all those steps.